minute or two for everybody to get on. Oh, that one's really tilted, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little crooked.
Just a little.
Just a little. We'll fix that. People are still signing on. All right. Think we're good? We good? Yeah, what a hectic day. Can't believe I forgot the iPad. Give a minute or two for everybody to go. Left myself a note.
2:55. I forgot my iPad. I'll be right back.
I left myself a note. Left myself a note. Don't forget the tripod. Guess what? I didn't forget the tripod.
You forgot my iPad.
I forgot the iPad.
That you shouldn't have forgotten.
Should not have forgotten. I bring the iPad here every day.
And every day he tells me, don't let me forget this.
Take the stinky socks off here. All right. Chilly. Chilly? Chilly. It's that time
I
of
think
year
it's
for
because it
chili.
went from 70 yesterday to 50 something today.
Yeah. It's that time of year for chili.
And it rained.
Jen makes
Chili.
really good chili.
Yes, she does.
Really good chili. All right, I think we killed enough time. What do you think?
How many have we got live?
I don't know. I can't see that, man. I don't
You need
like
bifocals? We got 8 and 10.
Awesome. We'll get started.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday coming to you from Leading Edge Martial Arts, Sensei Rob, Sensei CJ. If you don't know that, you probably don't belong watching the chat anyway. Just wanted to touch base with you guys, tell you some of the things that are going on here at Leading Edge, clarify and answer some questions, and then talk about the Survey Monkey that we put out recently and some of our methodology, our thought process. Our thought process behind what we want to do next. I was trying to be intellectual, trying to sound SAMRT smart. Anyway, so first of all, guys, we want to let you guys know, we put out a notice, and if you missed it somehow, I don't know how you would have missed it, we are excited to welcome back, starting next week, our families to watch classes. Now, that being said, it's going to be on a very limited basis, and there are going to be very strict ground rules. So we want to cover some of those ground rules, but I'll tell you what, during the pandemic, teaching solely online was painful. It felt great to get the students back in the mat and teach in person. But I got to tell you, I still have this empty feeling. I miss interacting with the Leading Edge martial art families in the lobby, talking to you guys, hearing about your lives, hearing about the kids' sporting events, just feeling like community. And I love Leading Edge martial arts community. So we want to talk a little bit about that. So next week, we're going to start allowing families to return to watching the classes, but here are the ground rules, here are the guidelines. Number one family member per family of students. For example, we have some families that have 3 students training. They still only get 1 family member to watch the class. So that would be mom, dad, or whoever their transporters, whoever's driving them, maybe a nanny, whatever it ends up being, you get 1. That's it. No siblings whatsoever in the lobby. No matter what, we're not allowing it. If you're a parent and you have an infant, we apologize. You'll have to still remain outside in the car or whatever, because we are really trying to, 1, stick to the limits of what we're allowed to have in a school. Also, 2, to limit the amount of bodies in here, and also limit the amount of things that we have to clean and disinfect after every class. So here's the process. If you're coming to observe a class, 1, you must wear a mask, and you must wear it correctly. Guys, masks do not go down.
I found my Cobra Kai once.
Oh, awesome.
It was in my
Awesome.
hoodie. Do you have yours on you?
I have my mask. Okay. So just so you guys know, masks don't wear like this under your chins. Masks don't go on your mouth without your nose covered. Okay, this isn't gonna work. Okay, they don't go like this either.
They don't block the shine from some of our bald students' heads. I said students. I said students.
Right. Guys, it has to be correctly worn. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to be safe. You have to be willing to subject yourself to a temperature check at the front desk. We're going to be checking everybody's temperatures. If you're coming to watch a class, your temperature's going to be taken. If you feel like you've been sick, guys, if you feel like you've been around somebody that's been exposed, just be smart. I mean, honestly, I think our world would be back to normal by now if people would just be smart about things. Stay home when you're not feeling well, wear your mask properly, limit your social interactions and so forth.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Even
we
your boys,
yeah.
please wash your hands.
We have plenty of sanitizing stations. So again, one family member per student group. Our chairs in the lobby, we've taken more than half the chairs away, and we've spaced them all out. There'll be no moving the chairs. They stay where they are. After each class, before the next group sits down, we're going to disinfect the chairs. No food or drink at all for anybody watching classes, because in order for you to eat or drink, you have to take your mask off. And there's gonna be no removing of masks at all in the lobby, at all inside the school, at all, okay? So, with all that being said, if you guys can follow those rules and those guidelines, we're excited to have you back in the school. And we're excited to see your faces, or at least the top half of your faces. Anyway.
It's like Wilson.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. You know what, grab that iPad over there, because if people are emailing questions in now, we can answer them. If you guys have any questions, you can email us right now at senseirob@leadingedgema.com.
Or Sensei CJ.
Well, I won't be able, oh, you have your phone on you too?
I do. It charges
Okay.
it.
So, we can answer some other questions, but we want to talk about our survey. We put a survey monkey out there because we wanted to see how you guys felt we were doing. We want to talk about, you know, our ideas and thoughts going forward. It's Edge. Who's the password? So anyway, let's talk. Question one: how satisfied are you with how Lima has handled the COVID-19 pandemic? And you know, guys, I got to be honest with you, there was no manual for this, no manual, and I'm super proud of the staff and everything that we've done coming out of this. And I'm thrilled to say that, let's see, 76 plus 18, that's 70, okay, that's 80.
Math.
Dude, that's 94% of the people said they are satisfied with how we handled COVID-19. So that's awesome. We're glad. You know, are there some things we could have done better? Yeah, probably. But again, there was no manual, and we were learning on the go, and you know, we're still learning on the go. We really are. We're still learning on the go. So we're pretty happy. We're happy to see you guys. We're, for the most part, happy with all of that. I don't need this yet. Let's just see any emails. No. All right, guys. Number 2, how happy are you with the Lima online content? So let's talk about that. Again, 94% of you guys are very happy with the online content. That makes us happy too, because it's a lot of work. It is a brutal amount of work. It's been taxing on me, taxing on my kids. I drag them in here right now between school Zooms and things like that, and I'm super proud of them. I couldn't do it without them, and when I can't get it done, Sensei CJ, Joseph Scott, they're doing it. So, you know, it's a lot of work. So for you guys to say you're happy with it, that makes me feel good. I would be really discouraged if we're doing all that work and they weren't happy. You know, there were some comments and questions and stuff about that. Do you have those printed out?
Yeah, they're the back.
Okay.
Last
So
pages.
we'll get to that in a second.
You can buy those.
Yeah, probably will, but no, I'll live. I don't want everybody out there to see glasses on you. That's reserved for special people. Hold on. Okay, so this was the.
That was question 8. Comments and concerns.
Where's the thing about comments on online? Well, I remember a couple of the comments. Some people, you know, some of the feedback on the online content was they wanted it broken down even more by belt level. Meaning one video for white belt, one video for yellow belt, one video for orange belt, and so forth. And then in the titles, fully spell out what's being taught in that class. And honestly, guys, it's, you know, we break it down as much as we can. I gotta be honest with you though, that would make it even more painstakingly long to do. So to give you an idea what our schedule looks like, you know, my kids get up and they're doing schoolwork first thing in the morning, and I'm answering emails and doing whatever I'm doing, getting the business end of stuff in order for the day. As soon as I know they have a gap between Zoom calls, which usually is between 10 and 12, and I have to have Bailey and Lucas back home at 12 exactly for these Zoom calls, we fly over here to the school and shoot our curriculum, shoot our classes for the day. And then I gotta get them back home. I'm literally on a time crunch like this. Then I take a half hour for myself to go to the gym, okay? to clear my mind, and then I eat lunch, and I'm right back here at the school getting ready for live classes. So the process of making those even longer, harder to shoot, that's gonna be tough. Here's the good news, guys. Our curriculum is fully broken down on our app under the curriculum section. So you just have to go to our app, click on curriculum, and you can get specific things. Oh yeah, we have an app, right? We have an app with a curriculum on it. So you can certainly get the detailed breakdown by belt level right there. It's organized that way. Other than that, I don't know that we can delve into doing more of that. I did have a request to do the warm-ups for every class that we shoot. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna warm up 5 times while I'm shooting these videos. It just kills time. Again, that is on the YouTube channel. That is very easy to find. Earmark it, mark it as a favorite, and you'll find it every day. It's actually, if you go to our app and click on curriculum, it's one of the first videos in the warm-ups.
Right,
So,
bell time.
yeah, right after bell time, it's right there. So you have easy, quick access to those warm-ups. Make sure you guys are doing those at home all the time. Another request was for some more angles to do things. That, we'll try to do that. We try to get as many angles in as we can. It's kind of hard. Again, I'm not an expert at teaching on these videos or even, I'm getting there, I'm getting very good at talking to a camera.
Yeah.
It's still a learning curve. So we try to do things in reverse, we try to change different angles. We'll do that some more. I did have, somebody wanted some more grappling.
Yep.
That cycles through just like our classroom curriculum does. We might be working on sparring one week, we might be working on striking drills one week, we might be working on self-defenses for a week. So we cycle through the curriculum, and it takes a couple weeks to get back to grappling. So incidentally, next week is going to be grappling curriculum and self-defense curriculum and or some weapon stuff, okay? So we plan on doing some weapons, some grappling, and self-defense all within the next 2 weeks. So, look for those. I'm not gonna tell you what days, what things are gonna be, but you'll definitely see grappling, self-defense, and some weapons in the next 2 weeks. All the videos and in classes live here. What were a couple of the other?
On the online class?
On the online stuff, yeah. Remember any of the others? Yeah, you didn't print that one out?
No.
Okay, of course not, it's the one I wanted to see,
Yeah.
of
I thought
course.
you meant this one.
Oh, good. What else? Oh, somebody mentioned that it can be a little, yeah, you can pull it up on Survey Monkey there.
Yeah.
It can be a little stale sometimes, that the curriculum repeats itself, and as do our mat chats. That's just like the classroom, guys. We learn through repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill. You do something 100 times, you know how to do it. You do it 1,000 times, you do it without thinking about it. You do it 10,000 times, it becomes yours, you own it, it's instinctive. So if we only do original stuff every time we teach a class, you're never gonna get reinforcement, you're never gonna get better at it. So there is gonna be cycling through and then coming back around and repeating of curriculum. The mat chats, we've been doing this for 7 months now, and to come up with a different mat chat every time is very, very, very challenging. I do the best I can with it. If you have some mat chats topics that you would like to suggest, I would love to hear them, and we can certainly talk about it, whether it's about bullying, whether it's about study habits, whether it's about, I don't know, throw some ideas, send us an email, send us a message and tell us, hey, could you chat about this, that, or the other thing? I'm happy to do it. And I'll tell you, half the drive over here every time we're gonna shoot the videos is sent by Bailey, Josh, and Lucas are going, okay, Dad, what's the mat chat today? What's the mat chat today, Dad? What's the mat chat? And sometimes it's tough, and especially in this heated political climate, one of the things that we are absolutely steering clear of, and I'll admit I've showed passion about things over time, but we are not going to go into political debates or tell you guys how to think about politics in our mat chats. That's not going to go there. We don't bring that stuff to the mat. Okay, so, but by all means, certainly send some other suggestions over. Did you find it?
I did. I'm trying my best.
Anything that's interesting that we should chat about there? Okay, I'm supposed to keep talking. You see that? You see that? All right. So Another question we asked you guys is, how Lima strong are you? You know, are you feeling fired up, totally Lima strong, you know, which is tough. It's been tough through this pandemic to stay Lima strong. But, you know, thrilled to see that 60% of you are like, I'm Lima strong, no question asked. Another 26% of you guys are said, I'm pretty Lima strong. You know, only a few of you guys were like, you know, I've been better. You know what? I sympathize with you guys. I get it. I get it. But I've been happier with a lot of things in the world than I am right now. And hopefully we get back there sooner than later. And if you're having trouble with your motivation, if you're having trouble with the Lima Strong mentality, by all means reach out to us. We would love to chat with you and get you remotivated and get you fired back up. Okay? I want to talk to you guys for a second. Oh, awesome. Let me just see here. You can chat for a minute while I'm looking through if there's any of these that I want to talk about.
What are we chatting about?
Just chat with them. Say hi.
How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Sensei Panda has been MIA the last couple of weeks because he is afraid of the cold weather, but he told me that he does want to make another appearance sometime next week when he comes out of hibernation, or whatever they do when they're in their free time. So hopefully the kids will be able to get Sensei Panda back into it. I know next week I'm probably going to do a live chat because I know Sensei Rob touched base on the healthy eating, healthy living lifestyle. I know that he sent out an email last week. I contacted I don't want to butcher this, licensed dietitian. So I got her contact information too. So if anybody is looking to get serious about their health or get their kids on track or anything like that, I'll have all that contact information for you guys, but I want to have it all written out in kind of a structured manner of what I want to present that. So that's going to probably be next Thursday around 3 o'clock on Facebook Live, just so I can have all the ducks in a row for that one. But I know you touched on that last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so just looking back through, let's go back to the Lima Online questions and concerns. You know, as I'm scrolling through this, I got to say most of you guys were pretty darn happy. A couple people said, you know, it's a bare bones substitute for being in class in person. You're right. You're right. There's nothing that substitutes the in-person teaching. However, we're living in a world where we've been forced to do this. Now, the options that you have are, if you're not feeling like you're getting enough out of the online classes, come to class. We're here. We're open, and our procedures here, I have full faith, is we are providing an incredibly safe environment that you do not need to fear in. However, we've kept the online program for two reasons. One, we understand some of you guys aren't comfortable and ready to come back yet. And two, because it's a great bonus, it's a great supplement, it's a great reinforcer to what we're teaching in the classroom, since we have been no contact up until this point, that you can actually go home and then look at the Lima Online class and work on the same stuff at home that we did in class and actually have physical contact with a partner at home. A lot of times, not every time, a lot of times the Lima Online class will mimic or be very similar to the in-person classes of the day or the week. Now, we only do about 3 to 4 days worth of videos at this point because, you know, you're supposed to train on the average of 2 to 3 times a week. And if we're giving you that many choices to train and you can do them at any time you want, then I don't think it's really that important that we do 5 or 6 of them. I mean, we did that in the beginning when there were no other options, but it's just too much. It's exhausting, guys. And teaching a camera isn't as fun as teaching in person. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Where were we? What was the next topic? Oh, listen. So, one of the main reasons we put out the Survey Monkey this week was we wanted to feel out where you guys are in regards to us getting back to live contact training. Now, when I say that, don't panic. What I mean is, we're not going back to free sparring yet. We're not going back to free grappling yet. But I think, and I'm very confident, that we can handle in-person hands-on training with almost no risk at all to the students. For example, for the last 4 months that we reopened, was it 4 months yet? July, August, September, October, yeah? So the last 4 months, the instructors and I have been working together, hands-on with each other. And we have a procedure that we do. We walk over, we sanitize, we drill, we immediately return to the sanitizing station. Wow, woo, big word, it's Friday.
Wow.
Sanitizing station, and we sanitize again. So what we are starting to think about is taking those next steps with the students here. Allowing them to get back to hands-on training so that we can actually see what they're doing in person and correct in person. Now, how would the procedures be? One, they'd be wearing a mask. The masks never come off, they'd be properly covering the nose. Two, we would demonstrate the drill. At that time, the students would sanitize. They would commence their training with their partners and immediately return to the sanitizing station. Sanitization station, yes. New word, mark it down. They would immediately return and sanitize again, immediately following drilling. So it'd be sanitize, drill, sanitize. I think that's a good, healthy way to handle things, and we can do hands-on. Now, I know some of you, and we saw some of the responses. We had an overwhelming response of, heck yeah, let's get at it. We feel great about this. Then, where's the graph there? What was it?
Mine's
Okay. Very comfortable. 40% of the students were very comfortable, no concern at all with it. Another 40% said they feel pretty good about this as long as we use, proper precautions. So that's 80% is in favor of doing this. So we're excited about it. Another 8% just said, I guess it's okay. And we really only had a total of 15% of people that responded not comfortable with it. Now, for the people that are uncomfortable with it, you have a choice. And the choice is going to be very simple. You don't have to do it. You can come to class. No one will judge you for it. When we decide to go back to this type of training, you're going to have a new type of form, and you're going to either opt in or opt out of the hands-on training. And if you opt out of the hands-on training, you'll continue training the way we've been training up to this point. Learn the drills, and then train on the ghost. And that's it, no problem. No one will judge you, no one will have any feelings about it. You'll be fine, and you can train at your own comfort level. I know some of the adult students, especially in our black belts, have been really like, hey, when can we get back to sparring, and when can we get back to grappling? We're not going there yet. When we start sparring and grappling freely, sweat starts flying, we're breathing heavy all over each other, the mask is moving, yeah, we're not going there yet. And I haven't even decided when we're going to start this, but we're working our way there. And I want to gauge your feelings. I feel really good about taking that step soon.
Yeah.
And it's sooner than later. Okay? All right, moving on. We had a couple other things we talked about. A couple people, we just gave you guys an opportunity to give some feedback and some thoughts on things. And for the most part, people are like, hey, I can't wait to get back to training, can't wait to get back to normal. I couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more. I just want to get back and run Lima. We were talking the other day about, man, how much we miss having 28 kids in class, another 24, 28 kids in the lobby waiting to come in, and that crazy hectic. I miss having to step out into the lobby and say, shh, because I miss people. So guys, we can't wait to get back to that as much as you can. Which one's this? Which one? Oh yeah, that's a good question. A couple people brought up mentoring. When can we start allowing mentoring in? When can we start going to lower belt classes again? We can't go there yet. We are still limited to the amount of students we have in class. We're limited to keeping them socially distanced for the majority part of class. So if we bring mentors on the mat, you're taking up the space of current belt level students. So we just can't go there yet. You do your review stuff online. Trust me, we miss having you guys on the mat. Those extra set of eyes are fantastic. Your leadership is fantastic. We love seeing you guys get that subconscious review, but we just can't go there yet. Until we are allowed to just open the doors up and go. When we can, you'll be the first to know. Trust me.
Yes.
What's another one of these things we want to talk about? A lot of people really happy. Somebody mentioned that, about the mat chats. I didn't understand some of the vocabulary they used. But they felt like that sometimes we are disciplining the students or parents online. And, we are, just like we would here at the school. If somebody shows up late for class, we make it no secret, we have a policy here, if you run on time, you're 15 minutes late, we look at you, we look at the clock, we tap our wrists, we even have a conversation and we say, can't let you in the classroom. When we do, we're here, we're martial art instructors. Martial arts is about discipline. And there are times that we have to discipline the martial art student, the martial art family. Now, we're not scolding you, but there are certain things that we're gonna talk to you about if we feel things aren't going right. Like, for example, parents that smoke. You should never be smoking in your house. You should never be smoking around your children. And you absolutely should never ever send your child anywhere smelling like cigarette smoke. It shouldn't happen. If that offends you, I apologize, but I'm just speaking honestly with you. Honestly. So, there are gonna be times that we are gonna bring up topics like that. When we talk about, making healthier choices. One of my mat chats last week talked about, as Sensei CJ brought up, nutrition and childhood obesity being on a massive rise right now due to the shutdown of sports, due to the inactivity, due to people being shut in their homes. And when we're shut in our homes, we as parents, we're responsible to make sure our kids, when they're eating, one, they're not just eating crazy out of boredom, and if they are snacking, they're picking healthier snacks. Because I'll be honest, some of the kids came back and you can tell which kids did not get enough activity and have not been making healthy choices. And again, if that offends you, then please, by all means, look in the mirror, and it means you have a change to make. We're a martial arts school. We're about discipline, and honestly, get a little bit thicker skin if that offends you, or make a change. Okay? What are some other things? Somebody, and I can't even believe I'm going to bring this one up, and I can't believe somebody actually said this, and of course they didn't put their name down, which, if you guys had concerns, I know a couple people had concerns, they wrote in the comment section, but didn't give us a name, so we had no way to address you, no way to answer your concerns. Somebody actually said they didn't like paying for nothing. Sorry guys, I don't know what you mean by that. We bust our butt to bring you leading edge martial arts content and curriculum and follow the rules and guidelines set down by the CDC and the governor, as well as we had to keep our doors open. Okay, Sensei CJ needed a paycheck, I needed to be able to pay the rent here, I needed to be able to pay the mortgage here. So we charge tuition, and we bust our butt to give you everything we can. And to be honest, now we're doing even more than we were before, because we have the online content, and I mean, we clean the school literally 7 times a day. So that actually brings up the next question that was on here. Somebody mentioned that they were disappointed that the classes are only 30 minutes long. And I just want to make sure that we understand, and that you understand why we have shortened classes. Okay? Number one reason is, if we have 20 kids coming in, we cannot have an interchange like we normally would of 20 kids in the locker room putting their stuff down, and another 20 kids picking their stuff up. We can't have 40 kids passing by each other in the hallways, talking to each other, breathing on each other. We can't. So we have a 15-minute window, one, for the exchange of one class and the next class. Number two, what you guys don't see is the procedures that we have here at Leading Edge Martial Arts. We clean the school top to bottom before the first class of day starts. Then, in between every single class, every high-touch surface in the school, every doorknob, every tabletop is disinfected again. And then we enter the classroom with a backpack sprayer that makes us look like Ghostbusters, and we spray down the entire classroom and any target that's been touched. You can ask the kids about this. They are not even allowed to put the targets back at the end of training. They leave them on the floor so that we can disinfect the targets that they've trained with. Then a second staff member comes through and mops up the cleaning solutions, and dries everything off so that we can get to the next class. So unfortunately, until the risk is gone, the coronavirus risk is gone, we need to have that time allotted in our schedule. And we're gonna continue to do so. Anything else you wanna touch on that? I mean, listen, guys, we don't like
No, I
having
mean,
a short,
I think that the instructors wanna go back to 45-minute classes too, especially.
and an hour
because-
for adults.
And an hour, yes, for adults, because, yes, we can't cram everything in that half hour, but we do our best to do it. But sometimes we wish we had an extra 10 minutes to do
Yeah.
stuff. Even when we have 45-minute classes, sometimes we wish we had an extra 10 minutes to drill some stuff.
Yeah, we're certainly not trying to cheap
But,
out of anything.
and then with parents coming in, we wanna make sure that those chairs and whatever they touch are also disinfected. So, as soon as, like he said, the risk of the virus goes away, we have to be in this time constraint right now.
Yeah, we can't have the classes back to back like we used to until that's gone. That being said, guys, when we know that there's a light class or something like that, I know I have it. I know Sensei CJ has multiple times. We might drag that class on for an extra 5 minutes, just to finish a drill or something like that, and then get them out of here and clean as quick as we can. But
Yeah, that last class, we have a half-hour gap though.
Yeah, that last-
45 minutes sometimes.
yeah, for introductory classes and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then guys, at the end of the adult classes even, I don't leave the school.
No, he'll strap the turtle shell on.
Yeah, because
and
Sensei
go-
CJ is usually gone, and I'm usually the last staff member here at the end of the adult classes. And here I am, you can ask the adult students, Sensei Rob appears out of the closet with my backpack on and my mask, my turtle shell and my mask, and I spray down the entire classroom. So it's disinfected, so when I get here the next morning with my kids, we're not at risk. So, guys, so the steps we're taking are necessary, and we have to do them, and they're not always the most fun, but, we gotta do them.
We gotta
So,
do
is there anything else you saw in here that we have to readdress?
I think-
Oh, somebody asked, who will enforce visitor compliance and appropriate mask and hand hygiene? We will, the staff. I have no problem telling people what to do. No problem. Put your mask on or go home.
Even the kids in class,
Yeah.
I'll tell them, you gotta go over the nose, guys.
Yep.
It's gotta be over the nose.
We've already been enforcing it this way for 4 months with the students. They don't get past the front desk without their temperatures taken. We write down their temperature every class. It's on their attendance logs. They disinfect their hands before they ever make it to the classroom. And then they train it. They disinfect during classes too. And if their mask is down or they're not wearing it right, we've had to send students home that have come without masks. So, yeah, we'll enforce that. Somebody, yeah, who else? What else here? Happy.
Angry, sorry. it's just-
Somebody asked, what, can we enforce a good quality mask, as part of the uniform? Actually, I'm glad somebody asked that, and I just wanna talk about that for a second. First of all, there seems to be a misunderstanding with what masks are for what. So, first of all, whatever makes you feel safe, I'm happy for. The primary reason we, younger, but
Bald. No bifocals.
the number one reason you are required to wear a mask when you enter a place is not to protect you, is to protect those around you. We have students that come with the wrong kind of mask. We do. So I hope you guys are hearing this. If you're wearing an N95 mask, that doesn't protect the people around you, it protects you. Okay? It limits what comes in and allows you free exhaust, exhale out. Okay? So here's the conundrum. If I'm wearing a mask that's designed to protect Sensei CJ, and Sensei CJ is wearing a mask that's designed to protect Sensei CJ, for example, I'm wearing one of those simple hospital-issued, paper masks, throwaway masks. That protects him. If he's wearing an N95 mask, he's protecting him. I'm not being protected at all. So you see the problem here. Students that come here with N95 masks have a very hard time finishing the class because they can barely breathe. It restricts too much airflow. Honestly, my recommendation, the mask that I wear, like this, cloth. I have about 20 of these and I wash them every day. Okay, actually I shouldn't say that. Mrs. Sensei washes them every day. It allows me to talk and breathe. Talk and breathe. It protects Sensei CJ. It's not really stopping anything getting to me, but it protects Sensei CJ. The other masks that are great are the paper hospital masks. You can breathe through them. When I go to the gym and work out, that's what I wear, and then I immediately throw it away. So don't come here with those vented masks, N95 masks. They're not good. Now, if you're asking, can we order a leading edge martial art mask? You know, we've talked about that. You know, and I held off and whatever because the order requirements are huge. I go to order by the hundreds, and they're not cheap. They're like $15-20. And honestly, guys, leading edge it's tight here right now. So I can't spend a lot of extra money. Now, if we did a pre-order thing, maybe we would consider it. And we'll talk about that more. We're open to ideas and suggestions. I'm gonna look at my email here, see if anybody sent any other last minute questions. If not, oh, he's in the office. Man, we must have answered everything.
I didn't get any emails.
I didn't get any emails either.
I got emails, but not about questions here.
All right. So anyway, guys, I hope we answered your questions. I hope you feel good about things. If you have other questions, feel free to shoot us an email. If you haven't filled out the survey yet, please do so. We're still looking at the results of that. And please, let me leave you with this one message. Always be in the know. Always be in the know. Know what's going on. I know that leading edge martial arts inundates you with information via email, push notifications, sometimes text messages, whatever it is, Facebook posts, Instagram posts. There's never an excuse to not be in the know. Know what's going on. And please, if you're going to come watch classes next week, please remember, you must be wearing a mask and wear it properly. Wear a mask that protects those around you, not you. Oh, forgot one very important point. Guys, we love the grandparents of our students at Leading Edge. However, we're asking that nobody over the age of 65 comes into Leading Edge right now. We don't want to be responsible for any potential exposure that you might for at-risk elderly family members. So guys, we're still going to keep that rule. We're not going to have you guys joining us, okay? Other than that, guys, make sure your mask is on properly. Make sure you're getting your temperature taken. I think Dr. Shaw just texted. Dr. Shaw, if you text, I can't read the text because my phone's being used. So shoot an email quick if you have a question.
Or text me.
Or text Sensei CJ. What's your number?
He has it.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to put it out there? Text Sensei CJ if you have a question, Dr. Shaw. We'll give you like 30 seconds here while I'm talking, and then we're going to sign off. So anyway, guys, wear your mask properly, temperature taken, only one parent per leading edge family, and that's about it, guys. We look forward to seeing you guys next week, and then come in. We're going to give him 10, 9. Nope, he's not paying attention. Dr. Shaw, type faster.
Perfect. Jace, you got my number 2.
Jace has your number?
Yeah, we played Fortnite over pandemic.
Of course you played Fortnite over the pandemic. All right, guys, it's 4 o'clock. Sensei CJ and I have to get changed, get ready for regular class. Hope to see you guys soon. All right, thanks for checking in. Thanks for being Lima Strong. And we'll see you online. We'll see you on that. Wait, he's texting me again. Wait, what's it say?
iMessage.
Hold on, Dr.
Apple.
Shaw. I
Apple.
can't switch to it, man. I can't switch to it. All right, we'll catch you guys later.
All right,
Oos.
guys.
We hit the X.